Hi, my name is Rihanna Albert, and I am part of the Oracle Americas Business Group at Accenture, and I lead the customer experience practice.
Well, it's really nice to meet you, Rihanna. My name is Carlos Thomas, and I'm Vice President at Oracle, and I focus on our strategic business for utilities on a global basis. So I have the chance to work with a lot of great customers, Accenture customers as well, and trying to solve really hard problems.
Well, that's a great coincidence, Carlos, because I recently published a white paper based on customer experience for utilities. And one of the things that I care about are all things sales, service, marketing, field service, and of course, our AI agents that are coming out. So what would you say from an Oracle perspective are some of the things that speak to the utilities?
We are investing heavily in the CX or customer experience space, particularly with utilities. And so at Oracle, from a CX perspective, we kind of put it in the middle of everything that we do. So it touches a lot of the different solutions that we have for utilities. So for example, if a customer calls in to complain about their water bill or their sewer bill, their electric bill, that goes through some sort of software program, and that's the type of software that we develop here at Oracle that Accenture implements for us. But that's not enough. It has to be able to connect to all the other systems that are out there. So that call, you have to do something with it, take action. It may be internal in the back office. It may have to get dispatched to the field. And we use automation, we use AI to be able to do that, to dispatch it to the right people at the right time with the right skills. And that's something that's really key for us, is making sure that it always connects. And when they're in the field, they are then able to update the results, whatever it may be, and then clearly communicate back. So it automatically goes back to the customer and gives them that full loop. So there's a lot of things there. We can drop down on any one of those if you like.
So field service is a particular interest to me. I'm speaking with one of our mutual clients this week at AI World on their implementation. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you see from an AI agent perspective as it pertains to field service?
So starting with field service, we believe there's a lot of opportunity to augment the people in the field. We just had one of our largest customers, one of the largest utilities on the planet. They came from Japan and they came over to visit us. And one of the things they told us was that by 2030, 40% of their workforce is going to be gone and not replenished because people aren't wanting to come into the utility space. The young talent's not wanting to come there. So they're saying, how can I do more with less resources? The only way you're going to do that is by leveraging technology and getting on top of it. So with regards to Oracle Field Service, today we have clients that are maybe able to do 8 or 9 jobs per day. Their average daily production is maybe 8 or 9. By using automation, we're able to clean that up potentially and get rid of some of the gaps and downtime. We're able to get that to maybe 11. So that right there is a 23% increase in productivity. One of the things that I think is one of the more exciting features within our Oracle Field Service platform that Accenture implements around the globe for us is the automation of work. So what I mean by that is, if you pull up your work crew, so let's say you have 500 people out there in the field, and they are in trucks, they are in cars, they have equipment, they carry certain certifications, and they have work to do. And they get their work. Their work is loaded up for the day. And you can see where they're supposed to be at different times of the day. Using AI, it optimizes the scheduling of that. It puts the right people in the right location with the right equipment, the right certification. And when we run that model, you can click a button and manually have it run so the supervisors can see how much money they're saving, how much time they're saving.
I think actionable intelligence and insights is just so amazing for our clients to have. And you talked a little bit about how there's an interplay between customer experience applications and other things like back office and HR, HCM systems. Maybe since we're still talking about field service, talk about a little bit HCM or even downstream systems like project management or billing even.
Mm-hmm. That customer call that comes in can connect to almost all of those things, and people really don't think about it. So let's just take an example. So let's say you smell some sort of gas in the air, there's some sort of maybe leak, and you call your local utility, you say, hey, I have a problem. They dispatch, they route someone out there, you get a notification of when they're gonna show up, not a window of 4 hours or 2 hours, an exact time. That right there seems very simple to say, but that goes a long way in customer service. That technician now shows up. Now, what has happened? That technician has to be qualified, so I need to see in my HR system. I need to see if they have the certification to be able to do the work. I have to look in my supply chain system because that vehicle that they brought, the Tesla Cybertruck, it has inventory in the back. We need to make sure it has the right inventory in the back so that when they show up, they can do the job. That's supply chain. Now, when they're actually doing the work, right, they're opening up their phone, they're opening up their tablet, and they're actually doing their work, they're costing out that job. That cost has to get attached to that asset, which is asset management. That cost has to flow through to financials. That is key. That labor time that they were working on, right, has to go to time and attendance. That contractor that they're working with, because maybe it's a bigger job, potentially goes to our construction engineering platform as well. So customer can touch so many different things.
I would say as an implementer, one of the things that I see as a value is the fact that now all of these products and solutions are really just one foundation and architecture with Fusion and how seamless it can be. Any other thoughts you have there?
I would say for me, being here at AI World, we have some things that we're showing, not just announcing, we're showing related to CX for utilities, customer experience for utilities. And so just imagine being a call center representative, right? You're the person taking in the call. We are reimagining the customer experience in terms of the customer service agent. So what we're doing with customer experience for utilities is that when someone calls in for whatever the problem may be, it could be a high bill alert, or it could be they just bought an EV and they want to sign up for a new rate plan, whatever it may be, they no longer have to type on the keyboard what's going on. So our large language models and our AI are listening in on the call. And what you're doing as a customer service representative, you are almost like the pilot. So what it does, it listens into the conversation and it's picking up keywords. It picks up the account number. It picks up who they are. It picks up what they want to call about, and now can classify this call. It listens to the sentiment of the call. So you can see this person's a little angry. It'll give you suggestions in real time. Maybe you should slow down. It'll give you those suggestions. But one of the nice things it will do, so let's say they're calling in about a new EV program, as an example. When they call in, the software is going to say, we think they're calling in about an EV. Suggest this program to them. So it'll give next best action, as we call it. And the only thing that the customer service rep is doing is clicking maybe to confirm to go down that path. And it's presenting information. So it says, sign them up for this program, suggest to do a what-if analysis. So Rihanna's consumption, before she had a vehicle, was this. When she has a vehicle, it's going to be this over here. So we can do that real-time analysis, all using AI in there. And what we've been able to do, and this is what we'll be talking about here at AI World, we are reducing the number of clicks for a customer service representative from 16 to 1. So just imagine the productivity gain that is happening. We have utilities telling us their average call time is 8 to 9 minutes. What if I'm able to reduce the number of clicks? I now can focus on my customers a little bit more, give them a better experience, and make it more dynamic.
So I mean, like actionable intelligence, insights, AI, total cost of ownership savings. It sounds like it's really a lot of superpowers that are being given to these agents, and you're turning them into superheroes with these tools.
Yeah, I like to call it the Iron Man effect. I had a CEO ask me, what can I do to replace my agents? And I said, our mindset at Oracle is not to replace your agents that are out there. Our job is to augment them. So kind of like Iron Man, Tony Stark, he puts on this suit. Yes, he's smart. Yes, he's rich, but he puts on this suit and he has bulletproof. He can fly. He can do various things. They help him aim and shoot a little bit better. Same thing with Oracle. So the nice thing about our solution is that the AI capabilities are embedded in the application and you get it at no additional cost based on your subscription. Larry Ellison made it very clear you do not have to pay more in the Oracle world. And I think that's why we have thousands of people out there right now ready to hear about our AI strategy, where we're going next. Technology right now is the slowest it'll ever be. It's only getting faster. So for example, last quarter, we released about 1,200 features in our entire solution. 1,200 features. About 400 of those 1,200 were all AI based. And that's changing the way people are using the application. So I was sitting in with one of our customers, an Accenture customer, and I was sitting in one of their executive steercos, and they were talking about the HR process, the hiring process, the job requisition process. And they were like, well, maybe we should do it this way, maybe we should do it that way. And I said, well, did you know you don't even need to do that anymore at all? Because now it's been 90% automated by using AI so you can focus on more important tasks within the HR hiring process. And you should have seen the look on their face. And it's those types of things, like the paper you put together, that give potential customers and existing customers the roadmap on how to get from where they are today to where they need to be. And it's partners like Accenture that can hold their hand and take them there and say, I've been there before.
Thank you for joining me today.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Rihanna.
You too.